They've sold over 50 million records. They've won lots of awards. Very recently, Lizzo stated that she loves them. But many people say they're awful. Can Nickelback really be that bad?
They're overproduced, formulaic ear garbage.
Oh, really?
Hi, Adam Smale here. Normally I teach lessons on playing and improvising jazz, mostly for the intermediate player, but today I thought I would do something different. I really am a little out of the loop when it comes to most pop music, especially these days. Even though jazz is the medium in which I express myself mostly, I am an open-minded person. I think so. I believe there are only two types of music. Country and Western. Well, for me it's a little different. The two types of music for me is music that is done really well and music that is not done so well, no matter the genre. Later on, we'll do some investigating onto why this pop rock group has become seemingly universally hated. I put a post on Facebook asking why the profound hatred for the band, and if anyone could suggest some songs to prove why they're great or why they're terrible. The song that was listed as the best song the most was Photograph. Then I Googled Nickelback's worst song. That was the song Where. It seems to be the internet's unanimous decision. The song is from their first album, Curb. So let's listen to that song first. Okay, we're 30 seconds into the song and the song hasn't started yet. Now, this song is like from in the 90s. I think their first album. So I don't think that would fly for today's standards. The song has to like get right into it at like 5 seconds or less. TikTok attention span and all. Song's still going on.
I was wrong to think I could ever trust in you. I was wrong to think you might.
Okay, took almost a minute to get into the song, and I don't know about you, but doesn't it sound like his voice is just trying way too hard? Something like that. I don't know what the right term is, but it doesn't sound like he's singing authentically. It's like a put on or something.
Wanna trust me, tell here I am, here I am, here I stand, here I am, here I am, here I am, here I stand. I was wrong to think I could ever love in you. I was wrong.
I don't know about you, but I can't. I don't understand what he's singing. Probably because he's trying too hard.
I was wrong to think you might won't love me dead. Here I am, here I am, here I stand. Here I am, here I am, here I am, here I stand. So where I am. So where
Okay, so far the chords have been D, F, C, D, D, F, C, D, and then it just went to a different chord. Let me just back it up there a little bit.
So where are you when I need someone to? And I'm needing you.
Okay, finally something a little more interesting happened in the song. Let me back it up again.
So where are you? So where are you when I need someone to? And I'm needing you.
So it just kind of does that walk up with the diatonic chords to G, B flat, then it stays there, B flat, C, D, you know, it's just D minor. But at least we finally, after almost 2.5 minutes of the song, finally got something that changed up the same chord sequence over and over and over again. Kind of like a return to the intro. I don't think it needs to be that long, that re-intro. It's almost like it's another song here. I don't know about you, but I think that would have been a better intro. That would have made the song had a little more impact. Let me back that up again. It's not a bad riff. It's just, I think that would have been a better intro. Play that a couple times and then boom, the song kicks in. Because what happens after this is well, it's another chorus, so maybe it wouldn't be good, but it might. I would put that. That seems like to be the strongest part of the tune as far as a pop tune goes. Like that's the hook, I would think. So I would put that hook in, even if it was just briefly, every time before the chorus. Myself. Well, I guess to be fair, it is when they were just getting started. It's from their very first album. I think what they just needed a good producer to help them with their arrangements is what I'm thinking. That's what it sounds like to me. Just I guess they just need more experience writing songs and arranging them. And it does, I don't know about you, but like I can't get over that vocal to me. I can see why the internet doesn't like this song. But like I said, to be fair, it is off their first album. So you got to kind of give them a little bit of slack. They're just starting off. But I'm sure there's a lot more worse tunes around than that. So, okay, let's listen to Photograph. That was the song that most people seem to like the best out of my question to Facebook. Anyway, it's from their 5th album, All the Right Reasons. So let's have a listen to that one.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? And this is where I grew up. I think the president owner fixed it up. I never knew we ever went without.
Well, already it sounds like a much, much better song. And in the video here, I'm guessing that if it's not where they actually grew up, like the lyrics said, it's made to look like it may be the town or that they grew up. But notice how the kicked in right away, like literally just a few seconds, and boom, the lyrics were right there. No long intros or anything like that, which is sort of as far as I would imagine the pop world on the world stage. That's having these long intros is not a thing. People just don't have the patience for it. Click next.
The second floor is hot for sneaking out, and this is where I went to school. Most of the time I'd better things to do. Criminal record says I've broken twice. I must have done it half a dozen times. I wonder if it's too late. Should I go back and try to graduate? Life's better now than it was back then. If I was them, I wouldn't let me in. Oh, God, every memory of looking out the back door. I have a photo album spread out on my bedroom floor. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of the friend that I was looking for. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye.
Yeah, so the chord progression is 1, 5, flat 7, 4. And then they go to a flat 3 chord. But yeah, my impression is this is a much, much more well-crafted tune. I read that after their second album, that Chad Kroeger listened to a bunch of songs that were in the top charts to analyze them and figure out why they were, what made them good as far as a pop tune. So this is their 5th album. So yes, they're arranging, their songwriting, the production, everything is much better. I don't find this offensive. I think this is a way better song. The other song is kind of rough, I would say.
say somebody went and burned it down. We used to listen to the radio and sing along with every song we know. We said someday we'd find out how it feels to sing to more than just a steering wheel. Kim's the first girl I kissed. I was so nervous that I nearly missed. She's had a couple of kids since then. I haven't.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed the, we'll see. I don't know if we're going to be able to see what I'm playing on my screen for you, but it flashed up Hannah, and I'm pretty sure Hannah is the town that they grew up in Alberta. I think Alberta is where they grew up.
God knows when. Every memory of looking out the back door. I have a photo album spread out on my bedroom floor. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of the friend that I was looking for. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. I miss that town.
They seem to like that flat 6, flat 7, back to the 1 chord. They like that. That was in the last song too.
Miss the faces you can't erase, you can't replace it. I miss it now. I can't believe it. So hard to stay, too hard to leave it. I can.
And the images that they're flashing there, that actually is their hometown. It kind of reminds me of where I grew up in northern Ontario too. It's just small town. I mean, I think the population of the whole, well, it's called a township. The township, which is almost more like a county, in the States would be like I think it's 1,000 people. So it looks very similar.
Relive those days. I know the one thing that would never change. Every memory of looking out the back door. I have a photo album spread out on my bedroom floor. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of the friend that I was looking for. It's time to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye.
I like the background vocals, how it kind of answers what the main vocal is singing. I don't mind this at all. I think it's just
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. Every time I do, it makes me.
has a beginning and an end to it. Maybe, of course, as they got more successful and they were able to afford more better producers, they could craft something a little more pop friendly, radio friendly in the studio. I don't find that offensive. He's not. Remember that first track that I played, where he's just trying so hard when he's singing to I don't know, sound cool or whatever. But here he's just singing more naturally, and it sounds way, way, way better to me. Okay, now that we've heard two of their songs, let's go into a very brief background on them. I've heard of Nickelback maybe mostly 2 times in my life that I know of. I know they had a song in a Spider-Man movie in like 2002 or something like that. And then again in 2011, there was a campaign against them performing at a hockey game, kind of like worldwide. Are you like me? You mostly didn't know who Nickelback was until they kept popping up negatively on the internet? In case you didn't know, Nickelback is from Canada, my homeland. They have about 10 or 11 releases in total, and the band consists of 4 people. 2 of those people are brothers, Mike and Chad Kroeger. It seems like Chad is the person that is the main songwriter, I think. I read somewhere that by their second release, apparently Chad Kroeger studied a bunch of songs that ranked high in the charts in order to improve his songwriting. And that seems believable because the first song that we listened to was not that good, right? Not as good as the second one. So you gotta give him credit there. Self-improvement is good, right? And then in doing some poking around, he's done some collaboration with other songwriters, and those songs have done fairly well. And he also penned a song that Carlos Santana recorded. So that got me asking, what caused all this hatred in the first place? It seems to have all started when comedian Brian Posen said this on a television show called Tough Crowd on Comedy Central in 2003.
Bad music makes people violent. Like Nickelback makes me want to kill Nickelback.
Apparently, the network used that clip as promo for the show that ran for a period of at least 6 months over and over. That, coupled with the fact, and apparently it's a fact, that when their most popular song was receiving airplay, there wasn't a spare second that the song wasn't getting spun on the airwaves. Literally every second, no matter what station, you heard the song How You Remind Me.
At the time that the album came out, they say that at any given second in those days, that song was in play. There was never a moment in that year when it wasn't playing.
Do you think that might have something to do with it? Overkill? Oversaturation? And then memes, apparently, of all kinds started appearing on the internet. And it all went downhill from there.
The only thing I want to hear right now is the sweet sound of this Nickelback CD cracking as I drive over it repeatedly.
What do you think? Does Nickelback get wrongfully dissed? Or are they deserved the abuse they get? Let me know in the comments. They seem like they have improved as musicians and songwriters over the years. They wouldn't be as successful as they are if nobody liked their music, right? They don't seem any better or any worse than anything else I've heard from that era.
I don't know anything about Nickelback, but I know that, like, my friends that are super cool despise Nickelback. Yeah. Like they kidnapped the Limburg baby.
Matter of fact, one could argue that they have more of a song structure than most music put out today. I noticed a lot of songs just have a couple of chords or one chord or maybe no chords. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, I'm not judging pop music. It's just an observation. Frankly, I don't really care. It just is what it is. Is the hate for them warranted? Or is it just a mass, everyone hates Nickelback because the internet said so type of scenario? Like I said, I don't usually do these type of videos, but if you want to get serious about learning jazz and get some no-nonsense advice from a pro, then take a sec to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.